Cleopatra Jones, the 1973 Blaxploitation movie, stars the statuesque Tamara Dobson as Cleopatra, the tallest and high-fashioned of them all. She'll also kick your ass without breaking a sweat. But is she at the top of all them fine Blaxploitation queens? Come find out. Hey, what's up everyone? Paul from Grindhouse, Funhouse, here with my review of 1973's Cleopatra Jones, directed by Jack Starrett and starring Tamara Dobson, Bertie Casey, Shelley Winters, and Antonio Fargas. When you think of a strong, independent, ass-kicking black woman in a blaxploitation movie, your mind goes straight to the almighty Queen Pam Grier, and I don't blame you because she is fine. But she wasn't alone. Venita McGee, Marlene Clark, Marky Bay, Jeannie Bell, and Gloria Hendry all made their mark as well. Tamara Dobson's different. Her filmography is lean, but her impact isn't. And Cleopatra Jones is her one undeniable knockout. As far as iconic, career-defining roles go, you could do a hell of a lot worse. In Cleopatra Jones, she's an undercover US government agent posing as a high-fashion model while waging a globe-trotting war on drugs. Her latest mission is to oversee the destruction of a poppy field in Turkey belonging to the evil drug lord Mommy, played by Shelley Winters. Angry over the loss of her heroin supply, Mommy declares war on Cleopatra by targeting her community and her lover Ruben Masters, played by Bertie Casey, who runs BNS House, a rehab home threatened with closure after a shady drug bust. Meanwhile, Mommy's empire is cracking from within thanks to renegade pusher Doodlebug, played by Antonio Fargas. Will Cleopatra Jones blast and karate chop her way through Mommy's operation and shut down the poison destroying her community and the world? Alright, so let's start with what works. The story. I dig what Max Julien did with the script. And if you're not familiar with Julien, he broke out playing Goldie, the suave pimp opposite Richard Pryor in The Mac, which hit theaters just months before Cleopatra Jones. Julien was a politically conscious creative with strong opinions about how black characters were portrayed on screen. His goal here was clear: create a black female lead who wasn't a sidekick or a sex object, someone strong, stylish, intelligent, politically aware, a direct challenge to the hyper-sexualized, male-dominated blaxploitation formula of the time. You know, think James Bond, but black, female, Afrocentric, and militant adjacent. Julien co-wrote the script with Sheldon Keller, a veteran TV comedy writer who wrote for The Dick Van Dyke Show and MASH, which explains the humor threaded throughout the film. And it's smart because it lightens the politics and makes the message go down easier. I also like the colorful characters in this world, like two-time Academy Award winner Shelley Winters as Mommy, an international drug queenpin whose HQ is in Cleopatra Jones' old neighborhood, dials it up to 1,000 in full campy energy. Wearing all kinds of crazy wigs and a leather outfit at some point, she definitely sets the tone for the entire movie. Like, the very first thing we see her do on screen is screaming her head off.
What? That bitch! That goddamn black bitch! How dare she mess around with my puppies!
Verbally and physically abusing her henchmen. She's even as female servants for all her sexual needs.
You're the only one around here who understands, Mommy. Yes.
One of those henchmen, by the way, is Paul Koslo, who had a thriving acting career playing sleazeballs. He was one of those sleazeballs, bad guys in The Annihilators, an early movie I reviewed on my channel many years ago, which I still have a fondness for. Alright, back to Shelley Winters. Throughout the movie, I was thinking, who would really be scared of her or have any reasons to be? Her henchmen could take her in a second. In my mind, in no way is this remotely believable, but still, her performance is pretty damn entertaining. And considering she had just been nominated for another Oscar the year before for The Poseidon Adventure, and this was her next project, I guess she just wanted to cut loose and chew all of the scenery with a nice paycheck at the end of it, I'm sure. We got Bertie Casey, hot off his leading man role in Hitman, playing Ruben Masters, who run the BNS House, and is Cleopatra Jones' main squeeze. He plays a cool, conscious brother, pops in for a couple of scenes as a supporting figure, and that's about it. Then we have Antonio Fargas as Doodlebug, a flashy club owner slash drug pusher on Mommy's roster who wants to go solo. Decked out in the finest clothes, spewing hilarious jive talk, this role was a clear precursor to his most famous role as Huggy Bear on Starsky and Hutch. On the cop side, we've got Captain Crawford, played by Dan Fraser, who's on the good side of the law and hits on Cleopatra at every chance he gets.
Are you okay?
My body's okay.
It's magnificent.
He feels like Max Julien wrote him as a wish fulfillment of how police captains should be. On the other side of the coin, there's Officer Purdy, played by Bill McKinney, the racist cop who's just a little too convincing, which is a credit to his acting talents. Cleopatra Jones has some fun cameos as well. Hester Roll from Good Times, and Don Cornelius hosting at Doodlebug's nightclub, because what's a blaxploitation movie without a nightclub scene? But through all this colorfulness, you've got Tamara Dobson. She's smart, glamorous, and tough as a female James Bond. Law enforcement respects her, bad guys fear her. She's basically a more wholesome Pam Grier in Coffee, which, by the way, both movies were released only a few months apart, both fighting the drug infestation in their neighborhoods. And when I say glamorous, I mean she fights crime in 10 different outfits throughout the movie. She's got a cool ride, driving a silver and black 73 Corvette Stingray equipped with automatic weapons hidden inside the car doors. Gun nuts out there are probably thinking, why isn't this a thing? Or maybe it is. A fun little thing you'll notice is that when she opens the door to get out, the T-bar panel in the roof above the driver's seat automatically opens so she can exit without squashing her afro. It's all very well thought out. You'll see this cool car in a chase when Mommy's goon goes after her, ending up in the famous Los Angeles River Concrete Channel, where other iconic movie chases have taken place. Think of Terminator 2. And being that it's part comedy, it all ends in shit.
Terrific.
She's also comfortable riding a motocross bike. Less so when it comes to her fight scenes, which are a bit awkward. She doesn't have the moves. Case in point, at the beginning of the movie, when she arrives at the airport and Mommy's goons wait for her to take care of her right then and there, she sneaks up on them in the slowest way possible, standing on the running baggage carousel, and manages to take a few out. And then I like how she just flashes a fake-looking badge when the cops arrive on the scene. With a smile on her face, she puts her hat back on, picks up her bag, and hop and skedaddles out of there while they're left confused. There is a scene though where I did enjoy her flexing her badassery, when she puts the squeeze on a pusherman in his apartment.
I'm coming down on you so hard, you'll never get out of jail.
It's also where we meet Maxwell Woodman, probably one of my favorite characters in the movie, protector of Cleo's car and all-around entrepreneur.
Man, that is some kind of woman.
What doesn't work for me in Cleopatra Jones, and these are really minor things, is that sometimes it feels like she's just a side character in her own movie. The comedy can also be a bit much at times and feels out of place. One minute it's a gritty thriller with serious socio-political commentary, the next is a James Bond-style action, then full-on ridiculous comedy, sometimes in the same scene. The total whiplash between all three can be a bit much. My final thoughts on Cleopatra Jones are that this movie is a vibe. It has everything you need for a fun blaxploitation film experience: a charismatic lead, early 70s fashion that really pops, a funky soundtrack, a sexy Corvette, a wonderfully over-the-top white villain, car chases, shootouts, and a dude named Doodlebug. From what I read about the production, it had the biggest budget for a blaxploitation film at the time, and it shows they had access to everything that made it cool. The production design, the cinematography, the soundtrack, all top-notch. Cleopatra Jones has some similarities to Coffee and Foxy Brown, as all three films are about an angry woman taking on the drug trade, but it doesn't go the sleazy exploitation route. Everyone keeps their clothes on here, so it's not salacious, which could be a detriment to some. I was surprised by the reveal of who Mommy's insider in the police force was, and the final showdown in the junkyard with car crushers as instruments of death. What's not to like? If you want 90 minutes of a gorgeous, tall black woman being an absolute badass, this is the movie for you. There's a Bear's Bone Warner Archives Collection Blu-ray out if you want to add it to your collection, but if you just want to stream it, it's readily available everywhere. There was a sequel, 1975's Cleopatra Jones and the Casino of Gold, which I haven't seen yet, but I will definitely get to it soon and do a review for you all. So this was my take on Cleopatra Jones. Share your thoughts on Cleopatra Jones in the comment section below, and let me know who is your favorite blaxploitation queen. I think mine is fairly obvious, but I'd love to hear who's yours. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll say to you, ciao bye for now.
See you around, super honky.